Hello and welcome to another episode of Minecraft with no mining. As you can see behind me, I have actually stocked up on a lot of villager boys with some books. And we also got one that was really important for us right now, which is the looting book. There you go, there he is. It just took me like 5 years to find him because they all started to gather around for the evening. But yeah, we get looting 3 now on our sword. And I also got myself an unbreaking dude. So I think it is time that we tackle our issue with the gold and the quartz and build a really simple gold farm. So let's head into the nether. Golden helmet is on. And this is actually a design by Wattles. It's a very simple farm. Very basic, no fancy redstone things. Once we made sure that there's no mean piggies around, we can get started with the building. There we have our farm. Let's test it out. It's pretty simple. You get in here, you find yourself a pigman that you can shoot at that will get mad at you, and then you wait for them to come to you. So yeah, that's basically how the farm works. You just shoot one and then they all come running and you hit them, and the loot pieces just drop in this area here or inside, and you can just pick them up with no piglins stealing them from you, which is pretty handy, because that's what we struggled with last time. If you wanted to get out again, you just have to kill everyone nearby. Then wait a little bit if there's any like stragglers. For example, this one here that I could actually see, he's not coming for me. I don't hear any angry noises, so I think I'm fine. Gotta open up just this piece. And nothing's coming for me. That looks very good. And then I'll open up the whole farm. And I'll try come out. See if anyone is mad and comes running. But it doesn't look like it. That's basically it. So it's a very simple design. Like I said, very basic. Obviously, it doesn't have a huge yield or anything. But they respawn after a while. And of course, if it was made spawn proof, it would be much better. Oh no. They're so mad. Why am I always running away from angry pigs? We got 1 nugget and 64, 1 ingot and 64 nuggets. So 8 ingots. And I actually have a little bit left from when I tested the farm earlier, so I guess let's leave 3 in there, and we have 16 nuggets now, and we can actually smelt all those golden swords as well. I'm just gonna put them in here for now, but we can smelt them up for nuggets as well and then use that as well. So that's pretty great. And the rotten flesh that we're getting is pretty great as well, because we can trade that for emeralds with our cleric, and hopefully we can find a piglin and maybe get some quartz out of it. I'm gonna throw you some stuff. Yeah, that's how we do. This is how we roll. Can you give me good stuff back? Some more crying obsidian? That's okay. I really want some quartz, you know. What was that? Ooh, fire resistance potion. Not gonna say no to that. And we got some quartz! Our first quartz. Perfect. But 6 quartz isn't bad. I mean, we can get going with a little bit of redstone farm type of things. So I think pretty good. Some more blackstone. That's great as well. That's great as well. And I mean, we spent like 5 minutes in there. So that's pretty good. Blackstone. That's great as well. And our last ingot. Come on, buddy. And some regular obsidian. That's pretty great as well. That was a pretty good haul. I wish we'd gotten a little bit more quartz, but we got a lot of blackstone. Some gravel as well. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I'm not complaining. Alright, so we're now at the obsidian piece of shame. And basically our industrial area. And as you can see, there isn't really anything here yet except for the obsidian. But I want to change that today. And I want to get some farms going that make our life a little bit easier. I think I'm just going to rip out this piece of dirt here. Just to get a little bit more of a flat area. Try not to rip up everything. There we go. Just ripping it out a little bit so we have a nice big flat expanse. And then I want to get started on a very basic sugarcane farm. And there we go. That is our very simple sugarcane farm. So when the sugarcane grows, I now only have one observer. Maybe ideally I would like to have a second one here, but I want to save up on the quartz because we don't have that much right now. But if we can get more, I really want to get one more here. You could also make them sit on every single piston. So whenever any of them grows, all of them fire. That is probably the most efficient way to do it. But I don't have the amount of quartz for that yet. So I'm not worrying about it. And then here it just puts out a signal. Signal runs along these lines and just fires up the pistons. And it works pretty good, I think. As far as I have tested. Let's test it together once more and just see if everything fires. Yes, all the pistons fired. Perfect. There we go. And things just like the sugarcane just falls in the water stream here. Gets transported into the hopper and into the chest. And yeah, we have our industrial area coming along a little bit. Obviously, it's still very green and panoramic. And we only have 2 farms so far. But I think that is already a great success. Now with all the technical bits out of the way, I want to do a little bit of building. And as you can see, I have already cleared the area of every single house that we did not build ourselves. And I actually built 2 more little huts, just very, very basic huts for sleeping. One here and one there. This one, I'm not sure if I like the weird door thing, but it's kind of different. And I wanted to try something. So this is the actual door, and this one is just a fake, so we don't have a hole here. I actually wanted the doors to be on the corner and have it be a diagonal build, but the villagers weren't able to get their head around how the doors worked, so they weren't really able to use it, which kind of defeats the purpose. So that's what it is right now. I might end up changing it a little bit and maybe add some more space here or something, because it looks a little weird, I think, but it works for now, and that's all that matters for the moment. And what we also got here is a very nice big open place. I actually removed a couple of trees and the house that was here. And I want to do a big blacksmith work area for my armor, for my blacksmith, my armor, my toolsmith, and my weaponsmith. So those guys, because they do me like a really good service with all their diamond tools. Alright, so I think we're going to jump into a building time lapse and just build up the really, really nice blacksmith that I came up with. I'm really stoked with the design, so I hope you like it as well. Let's go! Done. There we go. I think it turned out really nice. I think the brown with the red is something that I wouldn't usually do, but I feel like I also did some wild colors with the purple and the yellow. I feel like it fits because I know that a lot of traditional African homes or places are very decorated and they really have nice bright colors. So I figured I would go a little bit out of my comfort zone. I think it turned out pretty cool. Obviously, it again is not a classic grass hut, but I think that is okay. Like I said, I want to have some more open spaces, and I put a little campfire under the blast furnace. And now I only need to convince my villagers that are like on the very opposite over there that their workstations are now here. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but we're going to figure it out. I have been trying to fill up those little holes all over the place. Obviously, there's still a lot of them left. This is just a project that I do in between every once in a while. But once I have the majority filled in, I think it's time that we tackle like the pathways a little bit, because this is a little bit of a mess back there. So I think we can improve that a little bit, but that will be a project for another episode. And I'm afraid that is everything that I have time for today's episode. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one, but I am still on vacation and I just couldn't get more done. I hope you forgive me. I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is at your place. If you did get any good vibes from this episode, make sure to pass them on to someone else, and I will see you in the next episode. Now for a little bit of story time. I'm actually in quite a rural place for my holidays. And recently we rescued some little cute baby bats and brought them back to their mom. So now I'm not Batman, but Bat fan. Because they're so cute.